before any questions we get asked, I know it's 90 something degrees, no matter how hot it is. So I cannot go without drinking coffee. So every day I gotta have my morning coffee, even though they say it's bad for you, but I still drink it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to drink coffee, a lot of coffee back in the day, but I ended up stopping, just because it made my stomach hurt. But then I ended up getting what do you call it? Addiction to like Monsters and Red Bulls. You know what I mean? And it was an addiction, bro.
Yeah.
Really, it is an addiction. So it's been about a year and a half already that I stopped drinking them, bro, because I know, like those just fuck you up.
Yeah, Monster was my biggest addiction. I remember I used to drink 2 to 3 a day.
Which ones, the white ones
No,
or
the green ones.
green?
I like the taste. I don't know something about that
It's
taste.
a taste only, bro.
But then I stopped drinking, and like a couple months ago I had one,
Yeah,
and then like it bring me back to the taste. But then it's like nah, like, I can't go back to it. So
yeah.
I
I used to like the green ones, the white ones, the pink,
the blue one was pretty
and the
good
mango
too.
one.
The blue one, you ever try
Yeah,
the blue one?
yeah. It's a mango,
Nah,
no?
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, there was a blue one,
Yeah,
like with yellow and
yeah.
yeah, that was good. Yeah.
But so one thing that we want to bring or talk about actually was how a lot of podcasters that I've seen, like, and it's not even just like just any random podcaster, people from like Puerto Rico and stuff like that been attacking a lot of Mexican like artists, like especially like Peso Pluma. They say that we don't have like good rappers, but I guess they don't know Asesino, how he's a very fucking freestylist and rapper. You have other ones that are out there, and I just don't get why is there so much hate towards the Mexican community right now at this moment. When we are like going up, like nobody wants to see us up there. Like, I don't know. I just see it that way. That nobody wants us to
Yeah,
be up there.
yeah. I mean, they said, what was it? Back in the day, hip hop was like created by obviously blacks and
Puerto
they
Ricans.
said Puerto Ricans too, right? But I'm gonna quote what someone said in the comments in the video. I can't remember where it was, but and it's kind of true to be honest. I mean, I kind of agree. It was someone, I think it was a black person that said that Latinos in the rap game, they're only like guests. We're only guests. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Right? Because it's quote unquote a black sport, right?
Yeah.
It's from black people to black people, but we've come a long way. I
But
mean, we are not doing reggaeton out here, bro. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I mean,
yeah. But you know what? Like, okay, like, but that's the thing. Like, music is for everybody. You get me? So
right.
I can't say that it was like it's just like we're a guest because like people have been trying to do corridos or music, Spanish music, now
Mhm.
Mexican music, but we don't take it as in like, oh yeah, you just, I guess, a respect. No, like we some people do get embraced. Like there's that guy, what's his name, El Compa Negro.
Right, right.
He's black, and we don't say shit about him. We don't say you're a guest. We don't talk shit on him. No, I'm not a fan of him. I only heard him because I know he was for a little bit he was hitting on social media. But like overall, like I'm not gonna bash his music or anything like that because I probably heard like one or two songs and I think they're okay. But the fact that we don't go ahead and bash them like they bash us, I think that's the thing. Like I think music's for everybody, and yes, you guys might have created it and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, then don't just pretty much go if you're gonna be saying like, oh, like you're a guest, or how they actually do sometimes say it, just be straight out and say, you know what, like this music for so and so, you Mexicans stay out the way, don't buy our shit, how they want to see it, because I feel that like how you like even though the Bumby, how that interview he had, how he says, and honestly, I think like as much as I'm not a big fan of Texas, but I think that Texas, like people out there, when it comes to like coming together, like I was watching a little clip of OT Jen, I mean that OT Mexican. He was talking about he hangs around with white people and black people and like everybody's cool and shit. And then he was the other guy was saying like, oh, nah, we can't do that over here in LA because the politics. But it like the way he was talking about it, how like they embrace everybody, how they're like cool with everybody. I was like, fuck, that's just pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up a fact, bro, and the fact is that regardless if we're a guest or not, I mean most music that is being transmitted nowadays, if it's the new rap, from
yeah,
like a lot of Mexican and Hispanic artists, bro, right? I mean, the numbers are like high, bro, on
yeah,
Spotify and everywhere, bro. So I mean, they got a lot of supporters from the same race, from our
yeah.
race. So it's not like we quote unquote need them because we are more,
Hmm.
but at the same time, the artists they want to grow and they don't want to be like labeled, um, you know,
Like
uh,
Chicano
like
rappers
a
or
Chicano rapper or Mexican.
and
They
it's
just want to be an
yeah,
artist,
and
a rapper
yeah,
or.
and it's understandable why they want to switch to that category. But what I'm saying is like instead of like I said, like it's just everybody should just embrace each other and be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, we don't go in there and say, oh, like our like rap is whack or shit like that. Like we give respect to everything, just like a lot of like rappers do it. You get me? But
Right.
yeah, we will never disrespect the rap game. We always, and technically like having how many people haven't of the same race haven't disrespected the rap game from like when they respect Tupac, Biggie, they say say Drake's better or even like I don't even know like any other new rappers say that they're better than Tupac, Biggie when these guys change the rap game dramatically, like they change it to a whole different level. Like they were storytelling, actual things that we were living through around that time. Yes, I understand that the music has changed, but to go ahead and say like even like to put Drake as the top, the top out there, even to put Kanye as the top, people like that they didn't put. I think maybe Kanye did a little bit, but I think there's a lot of rappers that I think for me to say that the greatest ones is people they change the game in the rap game, like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Eminem, especially Eminem. I think Eminem is probably the top three on my list. Like Tupac, Biggie, Ice Cube. Ice Cube changed the disc game without no Vaseline to a whole different level. Wu Tang. KRS One. All these guys, change it to a different level, and they all. And like I was listening to another guy talk about it, is when you hear them rap, they all have their own different sound. And nowadays, everybody has their own the same sound. Like Future has the same sound as the Migos, and that's what I'm saying. And for us, for our community, for the Mexican community, we always give props to everybody. And I don't get why is it that like we just have so much hate towards us.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like everything, and I mean most artists that are coming up are there's a lot of supporters, bro.
Yeah, and it's not even just about like I was like how we started off is that like podcasters. Like I see a lot of Puerto Rican people, and I don't even get why when it comes to Puerto Rican people, I don't know why they hate Mexicans so much. Like we literally live across the country from them. Like they live in New York. A lot of them live in New York. I don't think I probably met like probably like 10 of them in my whole lifetime. Puerto
Mm,
Ricans here in the West Coast, but they all live in the East Coast, and I don't get why we get so much hate from them from us. You
yeah.
get me? And I see a lot of them like talk shit on us. But what's the weirdest thing is that I've gone to Wisin and Yandel concert. I have gone to Daddy Yankees concert. I've gone to um Karol G's concert, Maluma. I've gone to pretty much almost a lot, like probably like 10, 15 reggaeton artists, right? The only well, all of them embrace it, but I think the ones that have given the biggest respect to Mexico is Wisin and Yandel. When I went
Mm,
to go see them at Cali Bash, they literally they brought up a big Mexican flag, and honestly, like every time I hear that or like people cheer, or even like what they did, like it's something that I will never forget. Is like they took out a big Mexican flag and said, you know what? As much as we love everybody, our Puerto Rican fans, everybody fans, but if it wasn't for Mexico, for the Mexican community, for the Mexican fans, we wouldn't be as big as we are right now. And I would like to thank them all because it was here in LA, and they're like because I know right now here we have the biggest Mexican fan base here, and I know the majority is Mexicans, and people just started cheering. Same thing happened with the Karol G concert. She put up her Colombian flag,
mm.
and yeah, like you could hear probably like 3% of the crowd cheer, and we're talking about like over 30,000 fans, right?
Right.
You heard she brought up the Puerto Rican flag a little bit, like 3, 4 people cheer throughout the whole concert. But then when she brought the Mexican flag, like the whole stadium erupted like crazy, and I was. But it's just like crazy how I've gone to every single concert, and the Mexican community is the biggest one. Yeah, you have a lot of Guatemalan now, from Guatemala and Salvador, people are cheering on them too. But when it comes to this, it's like the fan base is just, and I don't get why like they cannot just embrace it and say, you know what. And honestly, for me, and it's not even hate towards everybody from Puerto Rico, but I think they're the biggest ones that talk shit on us.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And like I said, I only met like 10 people, and they were cool. But honestly, like every now on social media, that I can see a lot of podcasters. That's all they do. But I will say this though. There was a podcast, I think 4 guys or 5 guys, I forgot. They when they listened to Peso Pluma for the first time, they were talking shit on him. But then he started making reggaeton. They started going back to some of his music. They started liking him though, and they're like, okay, you know what? Like this guy's a whole different level now. Like now we are understanding what everybody's cheering for him. Why? Because he's done dembow, he's done reggaeton, he's done corridos tumbados, he's done rap, he's done everything. Like his flow is just a whole different level. And I understand, a lot of people are Bad Bunny fans, and like I told you in one of our episodes, like a couple months ago, I told you Bad Bunny is not gonna be this big by the end of this year, and he's not. I understand he's probably with Kylie Jenner, but even when he took out that song
With who?
with the Mexican group from Texas,
Oh shit, my brain's not working. And I was just listening the song.
yeah, so that song,
The song from Por Cien, no?
yeah,
Or por
un por ciento.
Por Cien,
Yeah.
1%, yeah, yeah.
So them,
Firme, ¿no? Grupo Firme?
No, Grupo Firme some other one.
Oh shit, my bad, yeah.
But they that song didn't hit as big as Peso Pluma song with that remix, the one he took out the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You get me? So all these and that's what I'm saying. Like
Sorry, Grupo Frontera.
yeah, there you go. But and that's what I'm saying. Like it and I am a big I was a big fan of Bad Bunny. I can say I'm still a fan, but I'm not as big. And not because Peso Pluma's out there, because I like Peso Pluma, but I'm not 100% a big fan. I listen to his music. He has good music. I think his album was pretty crazy. I'm waiting
Did
for
you
him
cry?
Nah.
Huh?
I'm waiting for him to drop the new album from the Return album. But but yeah, like I just think Bad Bunny's music wise has changed, and I'm not really a big fan. I like it. Yeah, something you dance at the club, something you could listen to at a concert, but it's not something you bump into,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. I don't get why is it there's so much hate. It's like a lot, like all over the internet. Like even right now in the morning, there's people talking shit on that blue. What's the song? The movie Blue Beetle.
That was a good movie, bro.
I haven't seen it.
That was a very good movie.
And I heard a lot of people say it's a good movie. But
1 out of 10, if I will rate it, probably like a high 8, bro. Good movie.
And they were talking about it, like they were talking shit on it because it was like too Mexican. They were talking about tacos. And
Who was talking shit?
It's some other podcast, and there's like
stupid motherfuckers, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, and the worst part about it is,
I mean, I know the kid, from what's his name, the Karate Kid guy. He's the main one in the movie. I mean, yes, they were portraying a Mexican family.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same, he's not even Mexican. But you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Where's he from?
I think he's like either Ecuadorian or from Peru, bro. One of those two countries. But he's not even Mexican.
But at the end of the day, like honestly, even though he looks Mexican,
it does. Yeah.
He looks like George Lopez's son and shit.
but that tells you like how people can be just hating straight about Mexicans, bro.
But the funny thing is that like when they were talking about it, and there was this guy, and I was because I was watching some guy that was talking about it. He was saying like, look at these fucking racist people talking about it, but. And he had a whole bunch of points because he was saying, technically, this is how we are, though. This is like when he will show a clip where they drop him off to a meeting, and he's all in a suit, and they're all cheering. Like, that's how Mexican people are. Like, we cheer. Like, as much as a lot of people say, oh, Mexicans, biggest haters, another Mexican. Yes, but when it comes to like push and shove and successful when you're already up there, we cheer on. You get me? Like, and when you show love, when you have love for somebody and you're Mexican, Like they'll show love to you 100% without asking for anything back. And there's stuff that they do, or we do. Well, not. I had never saw it because we were just a small family. But I said what I seen a lot of people do it and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, um, it's a weird thing that's why when I was like seeing this, I was like, damn, and I was like, fuck, like every time, of course, it's probably already the algorithm already landed with a lot of people hating on Mexicans because I've been seeing a lot of it, but it's just everywhere you go, everywhere you see is like people hate on Mexicans. Like even me when I wear my Mexican hat and my jersey, like they
Like
look at
people,
me, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, but I wear it, and that's the main reason I wear it because I see a lot of people say something like to other people, but I'm like, fuck, I wish somebody would tell me something like, what the fuck are you doing, you know, fucking like get the fuck out of my country. Like I wanted somebody to tell me that so I could like say, hey, you know what, like tell them my peace of mind, you get me? But unfortunately, nobody does that. I've seen a lot of people with Trump supporter flags and stuff like that. It's not my business, stuff like that, and they look at me, but I'm like, fuck, like why can't they see it? And then they go ahead and do it to somebody else. I'm like, fuck, like I'm waiting on my shit, but and
I've never encountered that either.
and
Like,
I
you know what I mean? I don't know how people like. I don't know, bro, but I've never encountered that before.
and it's weird because I kind of do want to,
Yeah, the
because I
same.
want to
Yes,
know,
yeah. I get
because I
you.
want that feeling. I want that feeling to somebody to say, you know what, I hate you because you're Mexican. I mean, like, really, bro? Like, that's when you hate me because I'm Mexican? Like, fine. Like, you didn't even know me and shit. Like, support each other. Yeah, because we don't have support from each other. Why? Because sometimes we prefer to support somebody else. But because, and I understand why, because, like, let's say, sorry, for example, a lot of people don't support Peso Pluma because they're a big Bad Bunny fan. And they're like, oh, that's not my type of music. You get me? But then again, I see those same people that talk shit like, "Oh, this is the wackest music ever" and stuff like that. Like, dude, like nobody's asking you for your opinion. Just if you don't like it, you don't like it. And that's it.
Yeah,
It's that
yeah,
simple. Why? And I started commenting on people when they say, "Oh, like, like I shouldn't be liking all the type of music." Yeah, you shouldn't be hating on every type of music. So if you don't like it, don't hate on it. Just move on and that's it. Why you gotta go ahead and put a bad comment and talking shit on it, saying this was fucking whack, or even when they see like the like to like or comment for like for Peso Pluma or comment for Vicente Fernández, bro. Like you can't compare Vicente Fernández
yeah.
to nobody. Like for example, another thing, it's the what's her name? The girl that sings with Grupo Firme. Well, they had a song,
Oh,
Yaritza.
the Yaritza y su esencia.
Yeah, like another thing, like them. Look at how much hate we're getting from us. And honestly, like I understand, like, and I find a lot of things comical, and not hatred towards them. Of course, besides her saying that she was getting death threats and stuff like that, and I think it's kind of sometimes I think that's a little bit too much. But I think when they do like all the memes and all that for like que éramos como chicken nuggets. And honestly, the funniest one that I saw was when this guy is recording his dog and le dice, oh, cuando le digo a mi perro que o sea como sus croquetas,
Mm.
luego en caliente, oh, yo no como croquetas, yo como chicken nuggets porque soy especial. I thought that was the most comical one because the dog is just sitting down looking at the camera. But okay, but besides that, the hate that we give them, or the stuff like that, or how they take it, or even how a lot of people are doing it, hey, this is the type of hate that we should do towards when people attack us. You get me? And I
Yeah.
don't see a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of people let a lot of things slide from other people, and I understand that at the same time we hold a high standard on our own people, and we kind of say, hey, you know what, why do you guys do this when you guys are our own? You guys should be respecting us and stuff like that. And and I saw another guy talk about it. Well, he was from the podcast that they were talking shit on Mexican people.
Yeah, yeah.
He did a video and he kind of protected them. He said like, oh, well, he kind of protected, and not them but the Mexican community. Said, like, I understand why you're doing it because like you don't go to your own country and do people's face and stuff like that. But who doesn't do that? You get me? Like they never been there. They do not know the culture. Just because you're Mexican doesn't mean like I don't know the whole 100% culture of Mexico. But there's people out there that I didn't take it that seriously on what they said, and like he likes chicken nuggets. At the end of the day, you get me? Like so like and like don't get me wrong, like so that's what I'm saying. Like they never experienced that type of thing.
But if you would, let's say you have a family member, right?
Mhm.
Let's say you were in Mexico and you brought over, for like, vacation. Your family goes over and they make faces of the food that you make or you're inviting, or what would you think?
But see, and that's the thing. My son makes the faces of the food that I give him.
I know, but no, no, it's not about like if you have family members like a cousin or someone. They come in and they see the food and they go like,
Okay, but okay, if I will see them, as you and you, it's a simple answer. You as a Mexican, what will you tell him? I will probably say, no seas pendejo, pruébala primero y luego haces tu pinche cara. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
get me? Like, we will always bag on each other. We always start shitting on each other. So that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, wait, no mames, pruébala primero. And that's what I said. Like, my son does those faces. Sometimes I give him, like, type of food, and he's like, I don't want this. Like, I never try this. I'm like, just try it. Just try it, and then you let me. If you don't like it, okay, it's fine. But try it first, and then he tastes it. Oh, shit, it tastes good. And then he eats it. Like, when I cook steaks, so he does that. Like, he doesn't like, he's not a big fan of meat.
Yeah.
He likes chicken nuggets. The dino nuggets. But when I cook meat, like the first time that I gave him, he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Like he literally said that. Like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? I don't want to eat this.
I mean, I think for the most part, people have their opinion on. I mean, not everything's liked by everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
But it's the way that they said it, and it was basically, said so everyone. I mean, it was recorded so everyone would see it, and that's
yeah, and it
what
was
they fucked up.
basically
And they could have kept kept their comments to themselves, and they would have been fine. But at the same time, you're not. I feel that you're not being real if you don't. You know what I mean? But at
yeah,
the same time, it's a common thing, in Mexico, that you gotta be respectful.
yeah. But they're not. They never want. You get me? Like they're. I don't know how the culture is over there in Washington, but they. Yeah, because you don't know how they are. You get me? Here in Mexico, we're surrounded by a whole bunch of Mexican
Yeah,
people.
you know
So
what?
you keep those things.
Actually, now that they're saying it, you might not even. Now that you're saying it, I might not even blame the kids, because I heard like the mom on the, I don't know if it was a video or
Hmm.
TikTok or what it was, but the mom seems that she's something else.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's just the kids
yeah.
following him. So
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's the way the people that were surrounded around them. You get me? And Washington, I said, I don't know how many Mexican people live out or how they are out there. So that maybe they might not have the same thing. Like when we say, hey, why do a lot of people, Mexican people, say the N word? Here in LA, we don't say that N word. I see a lot of people start saying it now through
yeah,
social
yeah,
media. But back then, when I was younger, if you would say the N word, you would get slapped by your own homies. But in Texas, it's okay to say the N word. Why? Because they get along and they grew up with around them.
yeah. It's
In New
true.
York, is the same thing. Why? Because they grew up with each other. And even like some of the products said it like years back in one of the interviews. We don't say it here because even though we grew up with each other with some of them, we don't tend to say it because we respect that word and we understand the meaning of that word. But over there,
I don't. It's not. It's not even that, bro. It's just the politics.
well, yeah, and
Because I
then,
mean, Mexicans are also in Texas. So what's different from Mexicans here and there? I mean, they grow up the same. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
but the thing is
It's
that
not a really. I mean, people might say it's about respect, yeah, but it's more. It's
yeah,
bigger than that. It's
yeah, it's more political and stuff like that. But like I said, in Texas, when you're in Texas, like if you get locked up, you're locked up in Texas.
yeah,
You don't go
yeah,
to another state unless you do some bigger crime and they have to send you somewhere else. Then yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they grew up and they're like that, so you know they just became that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? They adapt to that. So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to them, it they probably just never ate regular typical Mexican food. Like I knew about drinking sodas in a bag because I went to Mexico when I was 7. But either than that, it's just that I seen it. I seen people drinking it, or even I have friends that barely came from Mexico and they tell me, "Oh yeah, se toma la coca en bolsa." And like even eating like a torta ahogada, you don't eat it in a plate here. You get me? You're supposed to eat it in a bag, and you eat it from that. And you get me? That's a torta ahogada.
So la soda in a bag y el popote.
Yeah.
What about arroz con leche?
Tú arroz con bobote te la tomas, ¿no?
I'm just asking you.
No, but and that's what there you go. And that's what I'm saying. You get me? And that's where it comes down to. It's just pretty much how they grew up. Maybe they grew up with just eating just like they didn't
chicken
have
nuggets.
yeah.
No,
My
really,
son
really.
fucking eats chicken nuggets. Like I tell him, what do you want to eat? Chicken nuggets. Like really, bro. Like I could cook you anything else. No, I want chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
he does when we do go out. Like if we tell him, hey, let's go eat. Like we go to like a Mexican restaurant. He does eat tacos, but the chicken. Okay. Yeah, because he's not really a big fan of a lot of things. But little by little, I'm getting used to him. Pero yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like the hate that they're getting, it shouldn't be just them. It should be towards everybody that disrespects the Mexican community. So
Yeah, yeah.
we should give the same energy to everybody else when they disrespect the Mexican community, like those podcasters. Everybody else say, hey, fuck it. You know what? Don't be fucking around with Mexican people and shit. Kashi embraces Mexicans, and a lot of people are starting to like him now, right? But the fact that how he is, like a lot of people say, "Oh, he's a snitch," bro. Like he never snitched on me, so I don't care. But he has
Yeah,
his
yeah.
reasons. He has his reasons why he had a snitch. And do I blame him? Why? Yeah. Yes and no. And when I say yes, it's because it's pretty much that you put yourself in that situation. That's why I blame
Right.
you. But I don't blame you why you did it because at the end you couldn't take fault for people that were like they pretty much backstab you and shit and did stuff to you. So that's why I say yes and no. But yeah, like I see a lot of Mexicans hate on on Takashi, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, why you guys hate on this guy so much? Like this guy is like he helps a lot of people, and not only that, but he embraces Mexico like crazy. Like he did a song with Grupo Firme in Spanish. And I
Oh,
even I
yeah.
even saw his interview with there's the guy that puts on the wrestler mask, and
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah. I
forgot
know
his
which
name,
one.
and they took him to like one of the worst fucking parts in Mexico City, and they took him
Yeah,
and
that's the
they
guy
and
that jokes around, right?
yeah, and they did a mural for him, and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and that's the craziest thing though that and they even talk about him, snitching and stuff like that, and they still embrace him. Why? Because the fact that he brings and holds the Mexican flag up there. You get me? He says,
Yep,
as
yep.
much as he's Puerto Rican, he says, you know what, and I'm Mexican. But that's the thing. That's why I don't know how if actually they always said they were Mexican or they even said like, hey, yeah, like put a Mexican flag out there.
Yeah,
But
I mean, because I know it, we talked about him last time, but he just seems, like he's humble. You know what I mean?
yeah, he
That's
is.
why all over Latin America, everyone loves him, bro. No one's really like questioning him over there. Like, hey, bro, why you
Well,
snitch? You know what
except
I
for
mean?
Puerto Ricans,
Oh
because
yeah,
the Puerto Ricans, you never saw the thing that they were saying. They can show up to Puerto Rico because he's a snitch and stuff like that. Yeah, they were
I see
saying.
it.
Yeah, they was like Arcangel and all these guys. I'm like, really, bro?
And
Like.
isn't Arcángel like 5'1"?
But that's the thing, and this is another thing, right? Like a lot of people do, and I'm not gonna say they're probably not down for that shit, or there are people like that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if you saw was that skinny guy, Charleston White.
Ah, yeah.
There was a video 2 days ago or yesterday. He was like a whole bunch of people like they were like telling him shit.
He had like a knife or
And
something, no?
well, no. Besides that, he had like pepper spray, and he pepper
Oh,
sprayed
okay,
one of them.
yeah.
But we're talking about like 15, 20 guys against one, and they all just kept on walking and going inside the thing. Except for one, I think they were pulling them in. But I'm like, dude, like so many people say shit like, hey, and I think it had to do with like Nipsey Hussle. The guy was saying like, keep Nipsey Hussle's name out of your mouth. But I was like, dude, like honestly, like why, like, I'm not sure if it was script or anything like that. But I was like, fuck, like how can you guys say, oh, next time I see you, like it's going down, and then this guy's literally two guys, and this guy's like not backing down, telling them shit like you fucking bitch and shit like that. I was like,
Hmm.
what the fuck, like, and that's what I'm saying, like if you guys are about it, like I hope they don't do that to Takashi, but at the end of the day, like if you guys hold accountable, somebody you don't know, hold accountable your own homies, because I forgot what rapper was saying it. That there's a lot of snitches out there walking around their neighborhood like nothing
Hmm.
because they don't hold them accountable for anything like back in the day. So that's what I'm saying. Like and it goes back to that them getting so much hate from our own. It shouldn't be that way. And then yeah, they made a mistake, or yeah, they don't know how the food out there is, how everything's out there, the cultures, everything out there. They were never warned. Maybe they should have been. Their own parents should have told them, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys show respect when you guys are out there. And a lot of people, a lot of kids nowadays don't have respect. So even and they might do have respect, but they just really didn't know about it. So I hope that all this hate towards them dies down and they continue with their career, because I think it's a bad thing if they end up their career and their
That's
career ends,
true.
because at the end we're pretty much bringing somebody else down, and hopefully they understand that not every Mexican hates them. Like I'm not I like the song that they took out
Yeah, yeah.
with Grupo Frontera. I think like their voice, the girl's voice is pretty clean. I thought it was a guy, but you know her voice is pretty clean. So I hope she doesn't have hate and says fuck this shit.
That's true, bro.
And she doesn't hate like a lot of Mexicans. So hopefully, like I said, the career keeps on going, and people stop hating on them, start talking shit on them, and then just let them be. Because I know I saw another video where they tried to say that she was still like saying stupid shit, but it was just like
Hmm.
she wasn't even saying anything. But I was like, fuck, like really, bro, like you guys are just trying to do for clout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, bro.
We need more people repping our country and actually putting us out there.
That's true, bro.
Another thing that I want to ask is what do you think about what Alex Enamorado's been doing? Like I know I seen a lot of comments now, and a lot of people are hating on him.
Well, I mean, to give you a straight answer, like he's doing good for the
Mm-hmm.
community, right? But I'm gonna give you an example why at times I feel that this dude is just going after the people that actually do have businesses,
Mm-hmm.
and they do pay licenses and all that, even the troquitas that they pay for,
Mm-hmm.
all their stuff they gotta pay. Um, just because I go by from this lonchera at times out here in Anaheim, and this lonchera loses a lot of customers, taqueros, the ones that they just set up
Yeah.
shop in every corner. They're taking his business away. So he tells me like, "Hey, I drive from this city to here. So this is my spot, right? Where I've been here for a long time, and I pay for gas. He pays for the employee that works there, that helps him out, and he also pays for. Well, I mean, he pays for gas for the employee, and he has to make money for himself too. You know what I mean? And he feels that it's unfair because he's also Mexican, he's undocumented, right? But he was able to save his money, buy the troquita, right? Buy it, and then get the necessary paperwork so he can be good, and and not get ticket or whatever. Now the customers that are going to those taqueros that pop up anywhere, or maybe like two streets down. So their customers are being taken away from these people, and he no longer has that customer base that he had before. I mean, I know when people say, "Oh, I para todos," you know what I mean?
Eso sale para todos.
Sale para todos. I get it, but go somewhere else. In my opinion, like go somewhere else. I don't have a taco shop, but I feel his pain because he's also undocumented. I'm pretty sure the other raza, all of us somos raza, right?
Yeah.
But some people are just culeros. I mean, they don't care. They don't care about the other people's business. They're just gonna go and be, like close to the other taco shop. You know what I mean? They're gonna be close to each other. They don't care about the other ones. And you know this, right? Some people are culeros, even if you think, oh, the city picks up their food, yeah, but does not mean that the people running the little pop-ups are nice or not nice, because sometimes gente son culera. So that's the one thing I don't agree with them, because while this who loses his customers, right, of have to be like in a certain area with this truck. Now the taqueros from this that pop up anywhere could be anywhere they want, right? I mean the city will pick them up, if they see him, but they're risking themselves as well. But I mean, who are you gonna give it to this guy? Are you gonna listen to this guy that he's also undocumented? He has his troquita running. He has to pay for an employee. He has to pay for gas. He has to do he has to pay for himself. Versus this people that come and work really quick. They get paid also by someone that's running those shops. So I mean those pop ups. So what do you think? Because it's a tough one. Because there's, ¿cómo se llama? Alex guy,
Yeah.
he goes after the guy with the troquita.
Well, okay. Well, this is how I think. Okay. Now, I understand like a lot of trucks pay, their dues and stuff like that, right? Their fees they have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
But not all trucks could be anywhere, right?
Huh?
And not all trucks could be anywhere.
No, they have to be in specific areas,
Okay.
right? Especially in Orange County.
So now, for example, right, as you see, my dad opened up a restaurant, right? There's 3 trucks parked right there, right, like less than like 50 feet away from him. Now, not all those trucks could be there. Well, none of them can be there actually,
Right.
because they can be close to another business that sells the same thing, or even close to like a regular street, like a big street,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what I'm trying to say is this. Now that my dad pays more fees, more everything, city has to go check up on him, everything, bills are higher, everything's higher. So now who's in the wrong there? When both of them pay fees and stuff like that, right? The one that shouldn't be there, right?
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is this, like, it's understandable if you're going and following the rules
Uh-huh.
and you're doing the proper way. Yes, the proper way is pay the bill, the fees and stuff like that for the trucks. But if you go and you stand somewhere you cannot be and you park somewhere you can't be, just either a big street to be more seen and stuff like that, then that makes it illegal for yourself too. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what I think he's doing, yes, is correct, and I kind of understand your point because, like I said, when my dad opened his own restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
is those trucks are hurting his business. But he at the same time, like, like I tell everybody, it all depends on the food. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
there's places I've gone to taco places that are like that. They do little pop ups and their food doesn't taste good,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. And I'm like, fuck that, I never go again. And they at one point they're gonna die down because their food is the taste of the food is not good, right? So and the most times the things that he does is people that attack them. Like, if, let's say, for example, right, if a order from a taco truck goes and
Mm-hmm.
attacks the guy from the vendor, I think he will defend that. I think he will, is the proper way to go. Why? Because at the end, like, instead of doing the proper way, maybe call it city, do stuff like that. You get me? Like, don't go ahead and attack somebody else, I mean, with your own like bare hands, or even like physically attack them, or tell them like racist shit. Why do that? Why not do it the proper way? Call the city, call the cops, do stuff like that. They're gonna be able to say, hey, you know what? But then again, make sure you follow your rules. You get me? Follow the rules that are set for you. You get me? Because if you're breaking them, then it makes you're at fault, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I think that yeah, like you said in the beginning, that he's doing a great job or a good job. I think he's doing a great job because I see a lot of people getting attacked, like people that sell hot dogs outside the stadium,
Right. Right. Right.
people that outside businesses, like, let's say at Home Depot, stuff like that. Security guards attacking them. You get me? And stuff like that. And I think those parts, or even sometimes people selling outside. I saw this lady was selling outside her neighborhood. You get me? And she was literally outside her house, or some of the somebody else's house, and the guy told her, yes, you can sell right here in front of my house. It's fine, it's okay, I don't mind. But this is like a regular street. There's no things out there. She was selling like raspados and I don't know what else. And they came in and they told her shit. You get me? Those are things, or paleteros and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So those are things that I say. That's why I agree with it. And like you said, I don't agree with it. If he would have gone in and just started like attacking random people, then yes, or even defending people they're not doing anything, then yeah. But the fact that he defends people that are being attacked by others, and,
Right.
and I
Right.
think that's what a lot of people don't get. And I see that when I see the comments, and he usually goes to people that are being attacked by others. Like, it's not just like business owners or even just like people selling. he goes and like there's this guy that it was I think right here in Orange County. I think the lady was passing by. The guy was telling shit to her. So of course he got recorded. They sent it to him. He came and I don't think this guy has balls because he tells the guy fucking come outside. This motherfucker had a fucking German Shepherd, and German Shepherds are fucking to fucking protect their owner at any cost. And and he just wouldn't come out. They call the cops, they escort him out and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's a good thing he's doing it as long as he keeps it as in protecting people and it doesn't do it to hurt others. Right. Instead, like for example, the restaurant for my dad, like he started doing it the proper way, saying you know what, they can't be 50 feet, they can't be 300 feet close to my property for where I'm selling food. So then he started doing the proper way. He started calling the city, starting, hey, you know what, this is going on. They're fucking up with my business. I pay taxes. I pay, fees. I pay more fees than them. So I know I need you guys to come do something about it. And I think that's the proper way. Now, do they pay dues? They pay that, but like I said, it's the same thing. They're doing the same thing that those little pop-up shops do that they probably don't like either.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like now that you know that your dad has a business, I mean the trucks are basically right in front of his business. So and there's not one truck, there's three. So you're gonna people are gonna say, oh, there's ¿cómo se llama? There's enough for everybody.
Yeah, el sol siempre sale para todos.
El sol siempre sale para todos. Yeah, but when everyone's like in front of you and you're selling the same thing.
Yeah. And that's
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And but that's what I'm saying.
It's like the truck I was talking about. He parks in the street where there's no restaurants, right? And he also parks at an hour that it's like late, where people are looking for a quick like late
Snacks.
Right? So it's different for your dad, that he has a business and three trucks are like right in front of him that sell the same type of food. So let's say if you're in a bad mood, bro, for whatever reason, the other dudes, you tell them off, someone records you, are you being the bad guy?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, are you being a bad guy by telling them, hey, bro, like, this is a restaurant, this is a restaurant, you guys are taking my customers away. But then they're gonna, they record you. This motherfucker is gonna come down here and say, hey, this, truck, they're also paying for this and that. I'm like, what would you feel?
Well, see, okay. Well, for me, like, I don't think anger should be something you deal with.
I know, but it happens.
Let it control your emotions, right? So, like, let's say, for example, it happened. This guy shows. Then you pretty much will say, hey, you know what? They're parking illegally. So what you want me to do? They're fucking up with my business. What are you gonna do? So if you're gonna come here and you're gonna be saying your shit and all this, make sure they do the proper things that they should be doing.
Yeah, that's why I don't agree con ese pendejo, bro. I'm gonna say it up here. I don't agree with him.
But see, and that's the thing. I haven't seen him like that situation has never happened.
I know, but let's say you're already tired. You already told the troca people like bounce, like get out, like go look for your other spots, right? In a good way, which most of the times Hispanic people will tell other people in a good way, right? Unless they're just rude as people, bro. But usually people, Hispanics at times, most of the times have courtesy, right? Where they'll tell you, hey, this is my spot, and you look for somewhere else. Yeah. And then the other people will be like, nah, we're good here. Why would we move? Yeah. You're gonna get pissed and be like, hey, bro, you're gonna come another time. Tell them, hey, I already told you guys, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth time. Like, hey, you guys are fucking up with my business. You guys are not supposed to be here. You guys already know that you guys aren't supposed to be here. You guys parking in front of my shop. You guys taking customers away. Why would they be in front of your shop?
Yeah, no.
But I mean, you gotta be real, bro. Okay. You're like,
no, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Because I know I would tell the people in the troca like fuck off if I
yeah.
already because I will come respectfully like hey you guys are being here blah blah right respectfully at first but respectfully some people don't listen to at times bro.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna be like already pissed. You're gonna tell them off. They're gonna record you. Hey, este señor, blah blah. And this pendejo comes and doesn't even know the whole thing, and I'm gonna be looked as the bad person because I'm telling him off when I already told them 10, 15 times and they never move. So that's why I don't agree. I've never agreed with him,
Mhm.
even though I said he's doing good things, but for the community. But
Yeah, and like I said, yes, it's understandable. The point that you're bringing up, but like let's say for like, and that's what I say, like because I seen people do like there was this lady that she was saying her piece, but I think, and there was this guy, the guy that told the shit to the lady that was sitting in front, he did say, you know what, I apologize, like I didn't mean it to be fucked up, but I was having a bad day, right? And he took it, right? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, it could happen, but make sure that if let's say if there was if like what I'm trying to say is if they were not doing the proper things, if they're doing the proper things and everybody's like, let's say those three trucks, right?
mm-hmm.
They start arguing with each other, right? And then but all of them are parting the correct way, so then who's at fault? They can be like, hey, will you leave because I was here first or stuff like that, right? Because then at the end, if one of them goes to the other, so then that's I think that's a proper reason why he if he does show up and he says, hey, you know what, both of you motherfuckers are doing following the same thing, so why are you telling them something?
That's true.
But in this case, if that's what I'm saying, if one of them is breaking the rules and the other one's not, then I don't think he has a reason why to say something. You get me? And that's why I say if you're gonna be doing it, I think sometimes it's better to go um, and go through the law. I know it takes longer, but sometimes it's like, hey, you know what, like you just gotta keep pushing and pushing, and then like all these like he doesn't like I said he doesn't go and attack those like, hey, you know what, there's like I have well at least I haven't seen where he does it. He went to go against somebody that was wrong. You get me?
Yeah, and for the record, bro, like those pop-ups that are here in Orange County, Anaheim, Santana, fucking Costa Mesa, Orange, bro, all those motherfuckers. I'm not hating; they're my own people. Pero esos vienen de Los Angeles, bro. They come from LA.
Yeah, and
They come
that
from LA, and
yeah
then they just pop up anywhere, bro, in front of business, and they don't
yeah
really care. They're not from Orange County. It's already saturated over there in LA, bro.
yeah, and over
It's
there
way oversaturated.
yeah
And now they're bringing their shops here in Orange County, which I eat from them, bro. I eat from those shops.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, this is not the first time that I hear from other people that have small businesses struggling because they're there.
And see, and that's the thing. I think are that's where like maybe taking it different ways as in fixing that problem
Mm-hmm.
where be like, you know what, only if you live in Orange County you can do it. You get me? Like I think maybe that's something that the city could do and they should push to it. Be like, hey, you know what, you could pop up but you can be, and then you have to show us that you live around here
Mm-hmm.
or in the city you live, because people could live in probably Orange and could do sell in Santa Ana or something like that. But I think Orange County is trying to fix that problem. That's why I don't think I see a lot of them no more as back then. Now I see a lot of them are being taken out and stuff like that. But a lot of them do park like in big streets or even do stuff like that in big streets. But
Mm-hmm.
and I think like what I don't agree with is that like if they when the city and the cops take away everything like that, okay. But I think if cops go up to you and say, hey, you know what, I need you guys to move because you guys can't be here, and he does something and he tries to retaliate against the cops, then I think that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the cops are doing the proper thing, why? Because he's trying to protect the people that pay for him, the people that pay, taxes, the owners from the shops. You
Right,
get me?
right.
Like let's say, for example, like at my dad's shop, if the cop goes to the truck and says, hey, you know what, you guys gotta move, you guys can be here no more. You get me? And they don't listen, and he shows up and he tells the cop, I think he's wrong because the cop's doing his job. Yeah, you could say, oh, you have other shit to crime and stuff like that. Yes, but he still works under us, and then he's still doing his job. They just send him to go remove those.
Yeah, that's
people.
true.
So that's what I'm saying. There's different ways to do it, but attacking somebody else and saying like bad words and fucking racist stuff or like you don't have papers or something like that. Like I think that's bad because then you gotta look at your own skin color before you go
Yeah.
ahead and attack somebody or say something. Look at your own people. Look at your own background.
If we wanna be honest, bro, I mean, this Alex dude is doing exactly what the other people are doing, bro. He's no fucking hero.
Yeah, you could say that,
I mean, I'm saying
but
it.
at the end, who's actually like he just doesn't do it just to just like anybody. You get me?
Oh, he
Like
does it
you
to
get me?
everybody, bro.
No, what I'm trying to say is that he just doesn't like go and attack. Just like what I'm trying to say is that he's out there trying to make sure that a lot of people just don't get attacked how they are. You get what I'm saying? Because what happened to every
Well,
paletero?
well, I'm gonna give it to him like the paletero dudes. I mean, I knew you were gonna say it. I don't know if you saw the video of the lady, in Long Beach, and then the lotero
Yeah,
guy making sounds, and
yes,
she told him off. That is fucked
and
up
yes, and that's what I'm
because
saying.
that's a public street,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's far away from her apartments. It's not like you're going to her fucking door and fucking make the sound like in front of her door. Now that makes sense.
Mm. But well, okay. Well, the question I want to ask you: Has you have what video have you seen that he's done wrong?
I don't know, bro, but whatever video he makes, he annoys me, bro. To be
Yeah,
honest.
and see, he knows you, but I like what he's doing because nobody has ever stepped up for us like that. You get me? And
Well,
yes,
maybe he's stepping up to the wrong people, bro.
but who else
Yeah,
like
I mean, what about if he steps up in your shop?
if it's a valid reason, why would I go up against him? You know
How
what I'm
how would
saying?
he know it's a valid reason?
Well, that's the thing. If he shows up, that's why you say, hey, that's why when he shows up, if he ever shows up, let's say, because my dad kicked those shit to them. If
Right.
he shows up, then those my dad should say, hey, you know what? This is the reason why I told them this and this and this.
Yeah.
Now you want to keep on doing it, then that's a whole different story. You
Yeah.
get me? But if he says no, like you're wrong, no, like listen to both sides. Like there's always one side,
Yeah.
there's always two
But you
sides to
think
this
this dude
thing.
listens to both sides?
Probably.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
seen it. But like that's the thing. I haven't seen one that he's at fault to go ahead and
Nah,
do it.
he is,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying. I don't know.
He's
Like
annoying.
that's why I asked you. Like we might find him annoying, but I think that every time he's done something, I don't think I've seen him go and attack somebody that didn't deserve it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, bro.
Because if you could name me one video, then I
I don't
understand
watch
it.
all his videos, bro.
Okay, see that's the thing. So, but
But
the ones
just
you watch,
just just the ones I've seen, he's annoying,
but
bro.
the ones you watch, you understand that there's a right thing he's doing, right?
Nah.
I think what you're seeing, the way you're seeing it is a
Well,
circumstance that might happen.
the way I'm seeing is he's not any different from the other people, bro.
No, I think why is it why is he no different than the
He,
others?
this person is okay. Alright. This person is doing something to this person. He's doing this to this person. That's the same thing he did.
Yeah,
So,
but
well,
okay,
how is that any better?
but you think if this person does it to him
Hmm.
and nobody corrects this person, he's gonna keep on doing it to him, to him, to him, to him, and feel that he's the right to go
Yeah,
ahead
but
and.
this dude's not available to correct everybody. Like
No,
again,
of
come
course
back.
he's not there to.
But he's not doing anything. He's not being better than this person.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is this though: when he goes in there, at least this person knows that oh shit, I cannot I was wrong, or I shouldn't be doing it because
Hmm.
I think that saying like you see that's the thing you can agree with some of the stuff that he does and then disagree with others because it's the same thing. The guy's doing the thing with the girls that told him shit. You gave me I think at the beach or whatever he was at. You gave me so he's doing it to them. So then that means he's wrong there too.
Yeah, he
So
is
you agree that he's
because
doing the
he's not
thing.
any better, bro.
But you see that
It's like I curse someone, bro, and then someone curses at me because they. It's not any better, bro. It's a circle, bro. That I feel
but
like it is.
the thing is this
I
though.
think he's not better than me.
No, nobody's
No,
saying that
no,
he's
no.
better.
I'm saying like.
What I'm trying to say is that this person does not know how to protect himself.
Well, yeah, but just because this person told them, okay, this is why I say I don't agree with everything. just because this person told him not to be in front of his shop.
No, but
you know, I'm not, like I said, I don't agree with everything. This person telling this person like, hey, you can't be selling in front of my shop, and they had already told this person a lot of times, bro. But now he's getting caught up because he's just being rude now to this person when they told him like, hey, like you gotta move. This is my spot, like. But this motherfucker comes in like he's owns everybody, bro, and tells this person now he's not better than this person or this person. So that's why I said I don't agree. But I agree, like the one the paleteros, you know, the one that's selling elotes, those kind of things. I understand because those are like nonsense. But when you have, you know, like I said, businesses and everything, and people are like,
but that's the thing. How do you know that this person was nice?
now, here's the thing. Now, here's the thing, bro. Let me put it this way now. Let's say you take over your dad's shop. You take over, right? Your dad's no longer the owner. You're the owner. You have like right in front of you, right in front where the people sit. This person comes in, bro, and start selling tamales that you guys also sell tamales during the cold weather. She's gonna be peeping there, bro. She's gonna be there morning, right, until she finishes them. Now it's an old lady. She's an old lady, right? Now people in the morning are coming to your shop because they want to get a champurrado and tamales, right? But this lady in front of you, like I'm talking about, not even 10 feet. She's selling champurrado and tamales in front of you. Now, would you say something to the lady?
No.
You wouldn't say anything to her. Why?
Because there's see what I'm trying to say. There's
Why would you not tell her? Why?
Well, yeah.
If she's selling the same thing as you are.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I keep saying.
Okay, well,
why I want to say that.
And you're not done, and you don't sell your tamales, and you throw away your tamales at the end of because you cannot sell them. You can't sell them the next day, bro. People already know. Okay, so you won't tell nothing to the lady. No, I'm not saying that you have to be mean to the lady, but okay, not you exactly, but okay, let's say your wife or your other family member that's also a female. Like, hey, would they tell something to the lady?
No, because there's okay. This is the thing though. Okay. There's different ways to take care of the problem.
Okay, I want to hear your solution.
See, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I go by saying.
But I want you to answer me first.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Okay.
That's what I'm going. Okay. That's why you go from different ways, and that's why if you call a city and you do stuff like that, even at the end, if it takes probably 2-3 months, but they remove it from there, then it's kind of more. You get what I'm saying?
So you call the city.
Yeah.
To remove her.
Yeah, because it's the correct way to do it, right?
Now, okay. Now that you said this, so the city's gonna come. They're gonna throw her whole cart of tamales to the trash.
Yeah, but
wouldn't you rather tell her, hey, like, can you go somewhere else,
no,
I'm gonna call the city?
But see, that's the thing. What was the point of me telling her that? Yeah, how do you know that's gonna work? So that's why I follow the right people.
I know, but you could have given her a heads up. Hey, I'm gonna call the city, but now you already call the city, and now they're gonna throw her tamales to the trash.
And that's the thing. Now he goes against the city, not against me. Even if he finds out to say, I'm like, hey, honestly, I pay bills.
Now the abuelita's gonna call Alex. Alex, este señor.
Yeah, no, and understandable. But see, now if he comes to me, then that's when they say, hey, what do you want me to do? If she decides to put it in front of me, I pay bills, I pay everything. Now she comes here, why are you telling me something when I did the proper thing to do? See, so if he comes to me, then that's he's just doing the same thing that when the people go and attack another vendors, he's just attacking somebody else, another Mexican business. So I just did the proper thing just to remove her. But if he goes and attacks me, so then I'm like, so then you're just a hypocrite because you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, what about they call the ciudad, bro, and the ciudad comes and she just pulls her little carrito and she's gone.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But the city comes and she knows that at least the city will know that, hey, you have to show proof when you call the city on somebody. You have to show proof of what it is. So then at one point they're gonna catch her, and at one point they're gonna be like, hey, either next day they show up earlier and say, hey, you just can't be here. If you're here, then. So that's what I'm saying. There's different ways to take care of the problem, because that and that will make him be a hypocrite himself and say, hey, you're literally, I just did what the proper thing to do to support my family and to make sure that my business keeps on running, and that I make sure that I pay my bills and stuff like that. But now you're coming to me and attacking me, so that means you're doing the same thing that all these racist people were doing and attacking those vendors. Then you're just doing the same thing.
No, that's what I feel like he's doing. He's doing the same thing. I know what you're trying to tell me, but if I had the shop and the abuelita was selling the same thing, I would have tell her kick rocks in a good way. In a good way. First of all, we're respectful people.
Yeah,
I would tell her to kick rocks. Hey, we're selling the same thing. Go sell them 2 streets down, because this is, I'm selling the tamales here. I'm selling the champurrado. But now, if she doesn't listen, then I will make sure I will do the same thing. Call the ciudad, call the city, and everything. Then is it because we're being fucked up? No, it's because we're running a business.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't.
People are running a business, bro. There's money, there's employees, there's all these things.
And that's what I'm saying. If you go to her and you tell her something, and be like, hey, you can't be here, and then she tells you like, no, like I'm still gonna sell here. You're gonna get pissed off, and you might react to her. So why go through all that trouble to you having the problem that you might react to something that you don't want to react, or that's not you, when you could just simply say, hey, you know what, fucking call the city, that's it. Have the city take over, take care of the problem. If he comes and tells me, hey, you know what, I did the proper thing, what you want me to do? So that's what I'm saying. When you say that he's just the same thing as them, yes, you could say that he's the same thing as them, but he's just showing them that hey, you can't just be doing this shit to random people. You can't just be throwing fucking slurs to them and telling them fucking you're illegal, you get the fuck out of my country and shit like that, because there's retaliation and people are getting tired of it. That's what I'm saying. Every video that I watch, I understand why he does it. Yes, as you made me see it that he is the same type of person as them, but there's consequences for everything you do. These are your consequences, so it's time to face your consequences to make sure that not only you're teaching them a lesson that they can't just go ahead and say it because there's cameras now, they're gonna record you and this was gonna go, or it could be this, or it could be somebody else later on. But then it's bringing more awareness to say, hey, you know what, we are being protected. A lot of Mexicans, and this is vendors because he's been protecting people that are just walking by and people tell them shit and shit like that. But now it's not just vendors; it's just every Hispanic community. You get me? That's being protected. Like, hey, you can't just go. Like the guy that lives in an apartment in Orange County, I think in Tustin, the lady was just walking. He was telling her shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just he doesn't just protect vendors. He doesn't protect people selling. He protects just people that are minding their own business. It goes up to them and says, hey, you know what?
I think that's what he should do. People like minding his own business, bro. But
that's the thing.
No, I get what you're saying, bro. But honestly, like the same way that he is, I mean, he's not any better, bro. He's no fucking Robin Hood, bro.
Well, nobody's saying that he's Robin Hood.
No, I know, but
or he's Superman or anything like that. But I think what I like about it is that nobody has ever.
You're just a groupie, way. No,
the fact that they're standing up for each other. You get what I'm saying? Now people are standing up for each other. But for us Mexicans, we don't. Why? Because we're in that bubble that we're like, oh shit. A lot of people say, oh, I can't say anything because they might call cops and might get deported.
Well, that's the only thing I can think of people because of deportation, bro. Fear.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of, but he doesn't have that fear because he's probably from here, and that's what I'm saying. So now he have somebody that doesn't have that fear protecting them. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it's I feel that it's okay for that what he's doing, because he just doesn't do it and picks on his thing that he has to do. Or like for another example, and last time a couple of days ago I saw it. There's this guy's outside at Home Depot and he's asking. There's this guy. Fucking honestly, I feel that I hate this fool. I forgot his name, but they go and they say his name, and he acts stupid. Like he's just doing it for clout. right? But he goes and he tells those people like, hey, you can't be here. Like, starts telling them shit, right? But he's doing it for just for the clown, right? But then he tells this guy, and this guy gets like he's telling him he gets pissed off. So then he's over there trying to fight him too. But then this the other guy says, "Oh, I'm just kidding." And of course, you already have that adrenaline already hit you because he's telling you shit, and the guy elbows him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy goes and kicks him. So I'm not sure if it was staged or anything like that, but I think he goes and starts kicking him and telling him and shit. And you can say he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry because my adrenaline hit and I'm pissed off." Yeah, dude, but you went yourself. You're playing a joke on people that you didn't even know how they're gonna act. Some people don't take jokes, or they don't have that. It's not that day to be taking a joke. So if they retaliate towards you, you shouldn't be getting pissed off at them. Why? Because you're doing this joke. Like if somebody you're having a bad day, you're walking by and somebody tries to scare you out of nowhere. You're already pissed off as it is. This was trying to scare you. Your reaction is you're already pissed off, so you're gonna probably slap the shit out of him. And this guy shouldn't be getting mad. Why? Because you're doing it. You're the one doing it. You're the one. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I think those are the things that I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like people shouldn't be acting that way, and that's why I say that's why I agree with him that he just doesn't go ahead and defend just certain random people. They pick and choose who. He probably sees the video. Oh shit, you know what? This was let's go. And then he doesn't do it just here. He does it in Vegas. He does it in I think I saw that he was like New York or something like that. Well, he doesn't go out there, but he has people out there that goes and shit like that. So that's what I'm saying. That there's things that he's doing correctly, but at the day that I see that he's not doing something right, that like let's say for example, there somebody was at the right to do it. Like let's say if he was somebody like you said, if it was in my situation, I call the city and then he goes towards me.
Well, I'm gonna watch his videos, bro. I'm gonna send you one. We'll see. Cause I know you're bullshitting, bro.
Just see him, and you'll understand it. Maybe you'll become a fan of him.
Nah, fuck that, bro.
Nah, but see, no, but no, but in reality, yeah, like I said, I kind of agree with it. I agree with it what he's doing because I haven't seen a wrong video he's doing, and I see a lot of people commenting it. And I was reading them, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of true what they're saying because they were saying the same things that you were saying. But at the end, I'm like, no, like he is kind of protecting people. They probably have the fear of protecting themselves or standing up for themselves. And I think that's the biggest thing. Is that's what he's doing.
I don't know, bro. I still don't agree. Like you said, bro. Like like I said, even the people that have been told, like, hey, like move. This is this is where I sell. This is my spot.
But I don't think
people are still culeros, bro.
I don't think I've seen them that happen.
It has happened, bro.
You ever seen a video? That's what I'm saying. You send me that video, and the next podcast, I'll be like, you know what, for you're right.
I know I'm right.
If you can't find it, then
I know I'm right, bro. I know I'm right.
Like I said, just find that video, and then we'll put it up, and I'll be like, okay, you know what, he's right, you know. And I'll admit to my mistake, but if it's not, then you're gonna say,
you're gonna watch.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.